Your new life will cost you your old one. GOOGii. Glam. Hey retro babes, oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. I'm feeling so much better. I had to take a long ass mental break. There was so much going on in my life. I don't even know what this video is gonna be about. I think I just want to catch up with everyone. I do have my series coming out. I hate announcing stuff because right when I announce stuff I get burnt out and I don't do anything, but I'm gonna hold myself accountable with this. With my last video that I did about identity shifting with my big fat Greek wedding, I really like the form of that video. I think that's the direction I want to take my channel in. I want to do that, and also I want to do more singing videos. I really want to bring you guys along the journey of me taking my singing career seriously. It's something I've always wanted to do. If you go back and look all the way to the beginning of my channel, all I was doing was singing videos and makeup videos. They're actually quite horrendous, but if you have nothing to do and want to be entertained, I guess you could watch those. Talk about nostalgia. That is very much OG YouTube style videos. Anyway, so I went through a whole spiritual awakening. Y'all gotta be careful what you ask for because you might actually get it. I was kind of scared and nervous to come back because I talked a big game in my fall planning video. I'm not gonna say that it's not gonna happen to me, but virtually none of it manifested. However, I was watching this video on TikTok, which you guys can follow me on TikTok because I actually stitched it. Sometimes when you ask for something, the universe will not bring you it. They'll bring you what you need to get rid of or address before you actually get the thing. And the only reason that can happen is so you can hold on to it. Now, I will be 100% honest and clear for all the law of assumption girlies before y'all come to me. You can manifest anything you want and have it come to you instantly. Honestly, that's how I was living my life the past couple of years ever since I found law of attraction. But I realized that it was not sustainable for me. Manifesting, worrying, manifesting, worrying, manifesting, worrying. That level of law of assumption was not sustainable to me. And I had to sit down and really be honest with myself and be like, we need a change. I don't want to just manifest an apartment or a job or a car. I want to manifest a new lifestyle. I want to be intentional and live a new life. This life that I'm living is not doing it for me. Nothing about it was doing it for me. And I didn't realize that it was nothing doing it for me. I thought it was just, oh, I'll identity shift. I'm going to create a new life. I need to move here, do this, do that, and then my life will be perfectness. Girl, no. What is the deeper rooted issue? Because I have manifested things that I have wanted in the past. I've manifested salaries, all that stuff in the past. You guys have seen it. And I was still unhappy. And we had to get to the root of the problem. Long story short, the reason why it's taking me this long to even get to a manifestation is because I manifested it that way. I subconsciously knew that I wanted my dream life and I wanted to feel a certain way when I had that dream life. So I had to let go of the things that I have been honestly pussyfooting around, letting go. And it happened in a way that I don't know if you guys read tarot, but everybody thinks that the death card or the devil card is like the worst card, but it's actually the tower card. Like, remember a couple years ago when everybody was trying to get Moldavite, because Moldavite will cause a tower moment where everything breaks down in order to build up. And it's like a common practice to rebuild your life. You see it in the military, you see it in jail, you see it in these institutions that will break you down to where you have nothing, where you have no choice but to build it back up. So I want to do a full story time on it once I get to where I want to be. But it started off with a betrayal. I don't want to get too much into it, but it started off with a betrayal, and that shook me to my core. That turned my whole life upside down because I thought that everything was good. I don't know how I thought that everything was good looking back, because it was not. I thought that everything was good. I thought, oh, everything's fine. I'm fine. Life's okay. I just need to move and everything will be okay. And then when that tower moment happened, when that betrayal happened, I'm like, oh, I'm not okay. Nothing's okay. This lifestyle's nothing about this is good. Nothing about this is okay. There are some times in your life when you are called to a certain thing and you will ignore it. And I was one of those people. I ignored it. And then I was called to it again the next year and I ignored it. And the next year and I ignored it. So when I was originally called to move to LA, I was also called to end certain friendships, certain relationships, and certain I know this might be a trigger word, so trigger word, certain addictions, nothing too heavy though. Just a lifestyle that I knew I wasn't supposed to have. And when I had my first spiritual awakening, when I first got into law of attraction, I had started to implement that lifestyle, that the one I'm getting, pushed towards to now. But back then I was younger. I had just went through a breakup and I was doing it all the wrong way. That wasn't sustainable, so I couldn't hold on to it. Also, I didn't go fully into it because I still kept some of those relationships around. But this time, I subconsciously set myself up in a lifestyle where I had no choice but to sit there and evaluate. I think it was Jim Carrey who said, if you're depressed, it's because your body is tired of you living a lie. And that's totally what was happening. I realized I didn't want to be in the city I want to be in anymore, which I kind of knew, but I didn't know why. I didn't want to be doing the career I had anymore. That's why I took a step back from YouTube. It was just the way I was doing YouTube that I just didn't vibe with anymore. I didn't want to be around the relationships I was around. It was things I knew I was supposed to close off in order to open up a new way for a new beginning that I fully didn't dive into, because your new life will cost you your old one. And I don't think people talk about it enough. I think you hear it on TV a lot when you see people really grinding for their life and you ask them why they're grinding so hard for the new lifestyle, why they go so hard, and they're like, because it costs them everything. That's real. It really costs you everything. It costs you the friendships, the relationships, the family. That's not good for you. It'll cost you your whole way of being. If your lifestyle was fine, you wouldn't have no issue about how you were living every day. And now you're stepping into the unknown. So that means you have to change everything. You got to change your habits. You got to look at yourself and change your mindset. You got to change your thoughts. You got to change your beliefs. And I think the hardest part for me was healing the past that I was running away from. Every time that something got too difficult for me mentally, I would run because I thought I just needed to get to a place where I could be peaceful. And yes, I did run to places where I felt more peaceful, but it was just a peaceful environment. You can't run from your mind. I had to go in deep and really get to the issues that I had experienced when I was younger, the abuse I experienced as an adult. I had to go to the root of all of it. Why do I keep going through the same things when it comes to relationships with men? Why do I keep going through the same things when it comes to relationships with friends? No matter who the friend is, why do I keep having these breakups? What is my body telling me? What is my life path telling me? And it really solidified itself when 2020 came around and I had broken away from my family and went no contact with certain members of my family. And not only that, I was being pushed away from my family, but I was also being pushed into a leadership position with TikTok, having my Glamour Magic group, and I couldn't even sustain the Glamour Magic group I had. I had such imposter syndrome for being a leader. I don't know if you guys believe in spirituality, but I'm gonna start talking about it more on my channel because I can't shy away from it anymore. It's too much a part of my life. It means too much to me. I realized that my purpose is bigger than I thought it could ever be. I did not know that it could ever be that big. I did not know that I was capable of such things, and I think the universe was like showing me little signs with going viral here, starting a Glamour Magic group here, creating a huge community on YouTube with you lovely retro babes, and with the retro babes on TikTok. Taking a break from social media that is toxic like Facebook and Instagram. It was just toxic for me. Taking a break from family is the hardest thing. That was the hardest thing for me to get over, is getting rid of the relationships I had. I had to get rid of my people pleasing, instill boundaries, because Spirit's like, how are we going to give you this great life and you're going to share with people who quite frankly don't deserve to be in your life? It made me see people for who they are. What does they call it off? The wool off your eyes, the rose colored glasses off. Everything was so clear that has always been right in front of my face. But because I've had such an abandonment wound since I was a kid, because I had such issues making friendships, especially knowing how I am neurodivergent, I would hold on to relationships that were not good for me at all. Sometimes you only see the big signs right in your face instead of the subtle cues. And I'm learning to see the subtle cues. Like if someone doesn't respect your time, they don't respect you. If someone sabotages you, they meant that. They meant that. Looking at intention versus action, it's just a whole lot. I'm at the end of it. Like I came out of the isolation period. So now I'm feeling so much better. I went through a whole glow up. I don't know if you guys can tell. I did lose a little bit of weight unintentionally, but I did find healthier ways to eat. I wasn't treating my body well at all. And I couldn't understand how, because I wasn't eating, how I kept gaining weight. And it's just because I was just not treating my body right. My body had to put on the weight in order to sustain my survival because I was not eating right. I was not eating healthy. I was not eating enough. There was a meditation I did in January after I realized that January had come and gone and I did not manifest anything I had on my list. I had this whole like spiritual awakening shock where I was like, now that I haven't manifested anything, what else is there? Like I was in this space where I was like, what else is there? I didn't get anything I wanted. I didn't get anything I wanted. What else could there be? What else could come next? And after I had that realization, I knew that I was literally living hell on earth. And since I was at my bottom, at my worst, and living hell on earth, there was no way that heaven isn't on the other side. Heaven on earth had to be on the other side. So that gave me the motivation to go deeper, go within, and keep on going and stop looking just at the material. Now, I am going to get the material, and I still want the material, but it was like I had to get to the root of why did I want it? Why do I never feel safe? Why do I never feel comfortable? I had to get rid of a lot of shame and guilt that was put on me ever since I was a kid. I'm telling you guys, it was just a lot of healing. Trigger warning, I don't know if you watched the whole Quiet on Set documentary, but I had to take like 3 days to recover after watching that because that brought up a lot of old feelings too. I feel like a grown woman now. I realized that I was living too much, not necessarily in the past, but I feel like I was infantilized a lot in my adult life just from having narcissists in my life. And also I think it was just a coping mechanism, and also because I am neurodivergent, like all those factors played into how I wasn't seen as the grown woman I am, and I also wasn't seeing myself as the grown woman I am. And like one day I just woke up and I'm like, I'm a grown-ass woman. These people need to start respecting me, and I need to start upholding boundaries. And I don't know if you guys know, but there is a mass awakening going on. There is a mass ascension going on, especially with the solar eclipse, where people like ushering in the new earth. I do believe that the new earth is bringing in the matriarchy. There's going to be more of a balance, and we're just bringing forth what needs to be healed so we can open up the roadways for more good people, for more people who are honest and truthful, for more people who have a clear stance behind their platform. And I feel like I am one of those people. I've always been one of those people to speak up and speak out ever since I was a child. And I'm not going to be silenced anymore like I was before. So with my channel, I can't even tell you what to expect for what's coming next. I'm not even sure what's coming next. I just know I really want to share my journey with you guys. Just feel like some things in your life you're supposed to use as a skill for a season. So I can look back and see how learning how to do makeup, learning how to do hair, learning how to edit, learning how to sing, learning how to present myself on camera, learning how to speak and script, all of that is leading me up to become the person I want to be by the end of this year. And I'm grateful for all of the many journeys I've had along the way. And now that I see the big picture, I know exactly what I want, and it's something that I never even thought I could have. But since I saw it in that meditation I was talking about earlier, I know it's capable for me. I saw the biggest dream I could ever even imagine. It was bigger than I ever could even imagine. And it felt so real that it has to be true. There's no way it's not true. I think I still am going to make those movie reviews. Looking back now, there's so many movies that helped me on my journey, that can help people on their journey. Movies that at first glance, they're just, you know, a fun film, but they're actually very spiritual, especially for women. My channel's for everybody, but I'm a woman, so I speak on a woman's experience. I speak on a person of color's experience, specifically Black. I speak on all of my alternative baddies that felt so unseen and unheard as teenagers. I'm just here for all of you. I want to honor my inner child, my inner teen, my young adult, my divine feminine, my dark feminine, because she's a bad bitch and she don't take shit. I love you guys so much. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do more vlogs, but I definitely want to do my blog for sure. For sure, I want to do my blog. For sure, I want to make music. I don't know how I'm going to start making music, but I want to make music. And for sure, I want to bring you along the way. Like, why not? You guys see those YouTube channels where you see somebody's beginnings? That's where I'm at. I'm in my new beginning, and I want you guys to come along with me as we rise up to the top together, because we gonna get there. Okay, babes? So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in the next one.